That's exactly the amount I was hoping for. Thank you very much. Oh, perfect, perfect. And those 4 were the extra ones I wanted. Thanks a whole lot. That's very nice of you, and right back at you. I feel just as happy to be here, although the spiders are back. Yep, my spiders, remember I've told you about the spiders that I've had, and this time with a vengeance. I had it bit me. You can't see it because there's makeup. Remember, there's no imperfection on television. Everything must be perfect. And so they've covered up the spider bite with some makeup, and it's not a pimple. I've checked. It's a spider bite. I'm telling you, and sometimes you don't know if it's a spider bite or who got you or whatever, but this morning I think I got a good look at him. There was a spider in the corner of my house covering his mouth, giggling. And just giggling and wheezing. That with the characteristics of the elusive Los Angeles smog spider. And I don't know how the spiders get in the house. I really don't. I have screens on every single one of my windows and my doors and a big sign that says, no shirt, no shoes, no spiders. And they get in. I don't know how they get in the house. I saw one on the wall. I was going to sleep, and there's just nothing worse when you're trying to go to sleep to see a spider on the wall, and then they just climb down and get right on the bed. And I realized that was my mistake. Now I'm prepared for any other assaults that happen because I realize with the bed against the wall like that, you're asking for it. It's too close to the wall. So now the bed is in the middle of the room, which is perfect feng shui. You know that because my feet aren't facing the door. For feng shui, your feet are supposed to face away from the door. So now my chakras are all aligned, my chi is good, and so I got the feng shui book to try to figure out everything I needed. I got a ficus, I got a mirror, and I built a fireplace in the southeast corner. That's what the spiders don't like, evidently. And so, because you know feng shui will change your life. I don't know if you, they say that it does. And for me, it keeps my mind on my money and my money on my mind. And it's, that's a characteristic of feng shui. And, but, you know, and it's good to have a water feature also, feng shui, they say. So this also helps me protect me from the spiders. So the bed's in the center of the room. You're picturing it. And then around the bed, I have built myself a moat. Yeah. So it's large enough that I can step over it, but a spider would have to take a paddle boat or a canoe or something like that. And I don't rent those out. So, so then I started thinking, well, a spider, they're clever. They can be upside down. They could be on the ceiling, and they could rappel down, like Pierce Brosnan in the Thomas Crown Affair or something like that. And then they would find my jewels under my mattress. Oh, now I've told you where I keep my diamonds and stones. I'm going to change the hiding place. But anyway, so now, in case that happens, I decided I installed one of those laser beam alarms so that if the spider starts to come down, if the smallest thing, it will detect it, and then I'll hear it, an alarm will go off, and then I'll wake up and I'll go, who's that? Like, look at that. I'm going to keep you posted because I don't know if anyone else is having the spider bites, but I'm telling you, right there on my cheek, big old spider bite, which there's nothing worse than waking up realizing the spider's just crawling around on your face and bit me. So with all this, I think I'm protected. Hey, Tony, give me some music and make me forget about it. I was like flicking the spiders off my shoulders because I was taught to dust it off, but it's like that actually seemed like I was doing some type of spider dance trying to get it off me like that.
It looked like you were popping.
Yeah, I was trying to pop, but it wasn't quite popping. Was it?
It looked good though.
Yeah.
I like that.
The dusting off?
Yeah.
I'm trying. You know, you got You gotta shift it up. What's going on with your cooking adventures?
I cooked last night and I had a great meal.
Oh, what'd you have?
I cooked some Nigerian stew. I got some tomatoes, onions, and peppers, threw them in the blender, blended them up, cooked some rice, heated some oil, got some chicken, seasoned it and cooked it, put it in the pot, away, and fried some plantains with it as well.
Plantains? I thought you didn't know how to cook.
Sorry?
I thought you didn't know how to cook. You sound
no.
like you've been cooking forever.
I do know how to cook. I just haven't had time to cook.
Oh.
Yes.
I see. Well, but is that a difficult recipe?
No, pretty easy.
Well, we should start giving out we should call them Tony's recipes, and every day we should have a daily recipe.
I have to say, that's the way I cook.
Okay.
I can't.
Well, we're not guaranteeing anything.
Yeah, absolutely. No guarantees.
Yeah.
No guarantees.
No, I think that's good. And then other people can send in other recipes that possibly you could try, and we could exchange recipes.
Absolutely. I'm good with that.
Okay, that sounds like an interesting thing, because I get stuck eating the same thing all the time. That sounds like a brand new way to eat.
Definitely. I'd like that.
And plantains, you said?
Plantains, yes.
What's that?
They're, I think they're like big bananas that you can cook.
Big bananas?
That's
not a banana.
They're from the banana family. I don't know.
Well, there's no such thing as a large banana like that.
Seriously, they're about that big.
And what color are they?
The same color as bananas.
Which is what color?
Yellow.
Just checking. All right. Well, I tell you what, that sounds good. And maybe we'll give the people the recipe later on for Tony's. And here's a good recipe for a show. Christina Aguilera. You toss in a little bit of Christina Aguilera, and you add a dash of Molly Shannon. She's on a new show, Cracking Up. It's on Fox, and Saturday Night Live. Probably some of my favorite characters ever on Saturday Night Live were from her. And so that's a good show. You mix that up, I think you saute it, and we've got a show. And I want to, I was joking around recently saying I wanted a Rolex, a Submariner, joking. And this guy, I.W. Marks from Houston, Texas, I don't know if it's a jeweler or a company, but I.W. Marks, I heart I.W. Marks, I'll tell you that right now. Look what he sent me. He sent me, That's some nice bling. Thank you so much, I.W. Marks, for this Submariner Rolex. I'll tell you, those Daytona Rolexes are nice, too.